Okay, here's part two. F throw. It's going here. Uh, it's a positional throw. Its angle is kind of bad, but it is strong and has a lot of knockback, so it's primarily used to get somebody off the stage so you can get stage control. This is a good throw on Lucas because Lucas's edge guarding is varied and very powerful and kind of RNG at times for the opponent to deal with, for many characters to deal with. So it's a serviceable throw. And that's what I'm gonna say about it. Oh man, ha ha ha. F tilt. Ooh, if I had to order this, it would be something like that. F tilt is broken. 25 total frames of animation. It comes out on frame 7, lingers until frame 9. Your opponent has like what? Frame 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Your opponent has less than 16 frames to whiff punish this move in neutral. That's not happening. Most humans won't react to something until like half a second later. And most of the time, that option is like with shield or blocking. It's kind of like being hit by an overhead in the Mortal Kombat game, or guessing between the overhead or a low. If it's like at 20 frames, that's like barely reactable because you have to like adjust your guard. With F tilt, they're just not going to react to it at all. So you basically just use this move like in neutral if you want to just like check your opponent. Like when people are up close to Lucas or they're one character space away, this is the move that's going to be running through their head. Like how are they going to like deal with this move? It's one of the safest buttons in the entire game on whiff and on a shield. On a shield, most characters in the game they can't even punish it on the sweet spot except like Link's up BI to shield because it has a lot of range. Meta Knight's up BI to shield if he like holds forward afterwards on the first hit and then he angles it to where you're DIing, so the second it will connect. I think that's it. No, I don't think that's it. I think there's another character that can do it. But anyway, Lucas can usually dash back or like short hop or full hop away after this move hits a character on a shield because he's small and it has good shield pushback. And it's -8 on shield. The sweet spot is. The sour spot's -10. And this move is so useful for just like making people respect your general space if you're on the ground because it's just instant and it has high reward and it has like low risk. It's one of the safest two framing options in the entire game. You can pressure ledge stall freely with angled downward F tilt. You can anti if you angle it up. It doesn't like combo, but it like just knocks them away and they lose stage control. And this move kills at later percents too. And then it got a knockback adjustment where like the unangled the angled variants of the move got a knockback buff. I think a knockback scaling buff as I recall correctly. And the normal unangled one just got a knockback buff that equals what the angled variants got. So yeah, this move is one of the best grounded checking tools in the entire game, and it's one of the safest buttons in the game. And you don't even like lose. It creates a scramble on the shield where like your opponent can't just like YOLO out of shield you because you'll punish them afterwards if you're on point. So yeah, this move is probably Lucas's best normal, along with like double jump cancel Zair, forward aerial with down tilt. And where is it at? Zair. I'll just do this one. Zair is fantastic. It's -2 on the shield. You can use this move from like full hop, and it's really annoying to deal with. It lingers for I think 12 frames. I think it comes out on frame 9 and lingers until frame 21. With a perfect landing, it's -2 on shield. Double jump cancel Zair is -5 on a shield, but like Zair is really freaking good. You can kill people off stage with this if they get hit by it because it has so much like knockback on it. So like you can just like full hop off stage in Zair from a fast fall, and you just consume so much space that a lot of characters who recover low just die, and it has so much pushback. This move clinks projectiles along with double jump cancel Zair, and it's 17.3% worth of projectile damage. So a lot of characters in the game they can't just throw their non-energy projectiles at you. It'll have to go through Zair. Many of them don't, or PKF Fire will just clank them. The first hit will clank them, and this they'll just dissipate them, or it'll just get reflected by F Smash, or Lucas can shield. So because this move is like because double jump cancel Zair and Zair do all those things, they're obviously up here. Zair can confirm into forward aerial, it can confirm into dash attack, dash grab. It doesn't offer the micro spacing double jump cancel Zair does, but it's simple and it's easy, and it's still plus. And you can like cross people's shields up with it. It's still really good, and people kind of just like forced into more defensive options when this move hits on their shield. Many characters are, most of them are, unless you're like Game and Watch. But yeah, these are his 5 best moves. These are the moves your opponent has to know how to deal with, or Lucas will just kind of steamroll them sometimes in neutral. Grab is here. No, grab is like at the top of here. It comes out on frame 12 and it has 46 frames of total animation, which is really good for a tether grab. Lucas has the best frame data. When you compare him directly to most other tether grabs except Luigi's, because Luigi's is designed to just be broken. I think it's for 5 frames. Yeah, this grab is pretty good. If people are shielding too much, which Lucas definitely does, he forces a lot of shielding because his frame rate is some of the best in the game, and he has great combos if you know what you're doing. And he has a lot of combo starters, unreactable combo starters that kill at later percent. It just forces a shield, so you just grab them for it, and then you just use one of his many great positional throws to punish them. Jab is here. I think Jab is his worst move. Jab does have a couple of niches I'd like to mention. It's his fastest option. It's his fastest burst option from a dash, from an initial dash and just a dash or a run in general. It's frame 2. Jab 1 and Jab 2 are minus 13 on shield, which is very good for a frame 2 option, and they both have 19 frames of total animation. So that's insane. That's really insane. Jab 1 can combo into down tilt and F tilt at 100, but that's extremely precise and requires perfect timing at the ledge because they get pushed back from Jab, which is kind of weird. Uh, Jab 3 is minus 19 on shield, even though it has 29 FAF. So if you use Jab 3, you can just get wrecked if they shield it. Jab is small and it misses characters sometimes you'll notice that a character will miss attack like Lucina or Palatana, and their body will be too slim to hit from the missed tech. So it's just really unfortunate. It always seems to tumble though, which is nice, and it's just a fast option. So like if you're like leg trapping, you just toss this move out, they might just like get hit by it. They can SDI and make it like to where the second hit or third hit whiffs and they can punish you. But you don't have to continue on with the stream. So I guess it's down here. Yeah, it's definitely down here. It's probably his worst move. Well, let's go with Magnet. Magnet's one of his better moves. Magnet is so useful for micro spacing and neutral, and like during landing, it's useful for its wave bounce or B reverse applications for making it to where like Lucas doesn't get completely crapped on. Because the way Lucas lands is he uses like wave bounce PK fire or B reverse PK fire to like land. He uses like fast fall like neutral air dodge, or he just air dodges with his great drift. He air dodges away, or abuses his size because it's hard to hit. And this is another mix-up Lucas has where he can just magnet and he can make stuff with, which is very useful for landing because it makes it to where like many characters they'll either have their range to hit you or swat you, or they'll have the speed to like quickly cover where you're gonna land. And Magnet mixes it up because it stalls you, and that's really effective with his drift and size. And the wind box is also effective for messing up their spacing. And the aerial version of a Magnet's wind box grows in pull strength depending on Lucas's rage and the opponent's percent build. So that's obviously really good for messing up their spacing during ledge trapping, or if they're off stage and you just want to mess them up and probably force them to lose a stock. Magnet's hitbox, while small, is 0 on shield, so it's really annoying. Your turn isn't over with it, and you can go for like short hop Magnet. And if people are respecting your short hop fast fall aerial game, which you can definitely force them to do because Lucas's frame data is stupid there, and he has combos from his short hop fast fall aerials, and he's safe on shield and can hardly be whiff punished. So you can definitely just use that, and you can go for like up aerial afterwards and go for a shield poke, which is possible, or you can like landing Nair on them and you can just pancake it because Nair's kind of stupid. You just go for forward aerials there afterwards, or just like land and do another magnet if they're respecting it, and just damage their shield. And if a magnet hits at like 0 to 18, you can follow up with a dash attack or a forward aerial or a dash grab, or if you're good enough, a double jump cancels there into whatever you desire. So because of that, it's good. And also it sends at an awful angle. The semi-spike angle is awful. So yeah, it's definitely one of his better moves. Oh, and it also absorbs projectiles on frame 7, and you can magnet cancel it on frame 1. So this move just rounds out Lucas's anti-projectile options. Like if your opponent's just using if your opponent is just using energy-based projectiles, this move just slurps them up, and it just makes your opponent weep in terror or in sadness. It's like, no, you can't use your energy projectiles against me. Or the fact that it makes characters like Samus or like Sephiroth or Mewtwo reconsider the use of their own good projectiles is already good enough. It forces them to think more. Pivot grab. Pivot grab is A tier. Lucas winds backwards when he does it. Although it's his slowest grab, I think it comes on like frame 15. Yeah, it comes on frame 15 and it has 49 total frames of animation. He winds backwards, and due to the buff they gave it, where it had a blind spot directly in front of him where it whiffed characters, that got removed in one of the patches or fixed. So it's probably his best grab. This move winds him back like half a character space. It's very good. So I do recommend using it. And it's barely like laggier than grab. So it's really worth using. Yeah, it's probably his best grab variation or best grab variant. So yeah. Pika Thunder 2, it's down here. As a recovery option, it's really good because it travels really far and it has a lot of multi-hits. So unless the opposing character has a good disjoint, which a lot of characters do, uh, or if they have good two-framing timing. What was I going to say now? Yeah, it'll just go really far and you can bunk off the wall of it, and there's like 30 frames you can use to use another Pika Thunder 2. Pika Thunder 2 is really annoying to go down there to hit Lucas with because Lucas can angle the orb and shape the orb in ways where it just denies your opponent direct access to Lucas's hurt box freely. And if they get hit by this move and they're ensnared in it, even with the SDI multiplier, if they SDI like if they try to like SDI like in the opposite direction Lucas is going, they'll fall out. If they're too close to a wall and you're aiming into the wall, you can just hold down and like you can slide up a wall, or you can, and maybe like still hit them, or you'll just like force a stage tech where the game slows down and they'll have to just tech, and if they don't, they bounce off and like will likely die. This move does like 30 or 40% if all hits connect. Uh, so as a recovery move, it's fine in my opinion. But in terms of what it does with his how it synergizes with his Lucas's move set, it's not good. Um, let's see. I'll go up throw. Up throw's like A plus tier. Kill throws are broken. Like at high percent, players want to shield to avoid just getting killed by random normals. Up throw doesn't care. It kills at like 130 to 150 on most characters. Like light characters are heavy characters, light characters, the heavy get killed at like 130, 160 on average, in my opinion. On stages like Battlefield, you can go for it sets up tech chase situations, or Yoshi's Story. It sets up tech chase situations on the top platform, and if you read them where they're gonna tech left or right, you can get like an up aerial and an up tilt, and then possibly get like 40+%. That's really good. This is like a kill throw that's really good, and it just sends them straight up too. So yeah, it's A plus for that. Let's go for up smash. It's down here. It does have the one tech where you can like jump cancel it on the first 2 frames and get invincibility frames on frames 1 to 2, and then you can go for like neutral aerial, fast fall, and down tilt like 190 to 100. But that's inhumane. That's like not humanly possible. So its main niche is a frame 1 option, at a shield, or as a hard read option. On frames 1 to 7, you have invincibility, so if your opponent hits you, they suffer hit lag. Your character or Lucas will still just go through the animation. So yeah, the first two hitboxes are pretty big, and they put on the side of Lucas. The psionic hitbox, the first one is massive, and then like as it goes further away from Lucas, it gets smaller and weaker and does less damage. If your opponent shields this, he's like minus 54 on shield, so they can shield drop smash attack you, or just jump out of shield, go for whatever they want. It does massive shield damage, and this is pretty much a hard read shield break option, or just a hard read option. It is strong though, so I'll give it that. But it is down here in terms of like what it does with his moveset. It's too niche in my opinion. Up tilt's a good move. It's a frame 7 anti-air directly above Lucas. And Lucas can just like run under people in F tilt. I mean in up tilt or U tilt. Uh Lucas also like when he telekinetically like flips himself upside down to do it, he pancakes. Like let me show you the animation. Like my man pancakes. This child pancakes. And it's stupid. He pancakes. He becomes really small. So like, where's up tilt? Yeah, and the hitbox lingers. So like frame 7 to 10, and then the second one is 11 to 14, and the last one 15 to 16. He pancakes before the two hitboxes on the side of him come out. This move forces a guessing game at like 25 to 35 to 45, where you're like they can get out obviously by air dodging, and not air dodging, they can get out by yeah, they can get out by air dodging, or they can get out safely by double jumping, but you force that option out of them. Now they have to land. But if they air dodge, you can if they air dodge and you read it, you can like go for short hop up aerial, fast fall up aerial, and get more up aerials and get like 40%. If you just go for you commit to the full hop up aerial, you can land, and then you can just punish them for air dodging. Like if they air dodge, they neutral air dodge, and they fall to the ground, you can just falling up aerial again and just do whatever you want. If they directional air dodge like away, you can just follow them and punish them. It's a good anti-air, and it's also important for like falling nair 1 to 3 to up tilt at 60% when people like they SDI your nair if they're ready for it. So yeah, it's an important combo ender for that. Kill power on it's a little shaky, but whatever, it works. Okay, how many moves do we got left? Oh, just those three? Okay, I should be able to cover them in enough time. This might be a hot take, but I think Nair is one of Lucas's better moves. There's two types of Nairs Lucas can use with his one. It functions like two different Nairs. Falling Nair 1 to 3 pretty much locks people into shield and they can't shield drop. If your opponent gets hit by Nair 1, 2, Nair 1 or Nair 2, they have to shield Nair 3. Or if they get hit by Nair 1, they have to shield Nair 2 and 3. They can't shield drop and they can't parry it either, because it has just barely enough shield stun. So because of that, most characters in the game, you can just falling Nair on them. And if they're at 40, you just go for jab. If they're at 50, you can go for down tilt. But this is it's perfect. So like at 50, I'd go for jab. And then like at 60, down tilt becomes hella consistent. U tilt becomes consistent for falling Nair 1 to 3. And you can go for your stuff after the falling Nair. At like 100 or 120, you can get a free grab. Falling Nair 1 to 3. Or you can just go for like down tilt, F tilt, or F smash and get a kill. What else? Punishing Nair is annoying because your opponent's stuck guessing if you're gonna let the fourth hit rock and not fast fall after the third hit connects, and then they can go for the parry and they can punish you for it. Or they can, if they have a fast enough out of shield option, they can punish, because it loses the frame 6 options, it trades with frame 7 options, and then like frame 8 options just lose to Lucas's Nair's fourth hit. You can fast fall fast fall before the fourth hit comes out, and then you can pancake afterwards and be annoying to punish, or you can just drift and let the fourth hit rock, or you can fast fall at the third hit and drift. And because your opponent is stuck guessing between like those 3 or 4 options, punishing it is really annoying. And since Lucas pancakes so low, and despite its 12 frames of landing lag, it's really annoying. Despite its like 44 FAF, it's still really good. It's really good because in a short hop fast fall game, mind games, this is his only multi hit, and this multi hit combos, and it comes out on frame 7. And due to the hit lag buff of like, instead of it being times 1.0, it's 0.44. So the hits transition quickly. So your opponent has to react to this, or they're gonna get comboed by down tilt F tilt, and it's really stupid. Or just falling there 1-3 up tilt to cover all sides or both sides. So that's really freaking good, and it's also the main component in Nair trains where you like go for the raw down tilt and then you micro dash Nair and you fast fall before the forfeit comes out and then down tilt again and then you micro dash and then you short hop buffer Nair and you do it over and over and over and over and over. And it does a lot of damage. Like with one rep of that, you get like 25%. And then after that, it's like 30 and then 40, and then it just gets insane. So yeah, it's one of his better moves. You can just use it off stage too. People can like you can just use it off stage because it lingers for 15 frames, and you can just use it to deny ledge snap. You can like fast fall into people with Nair 1-3 and like soft spike them and destroy a stock. Or you can just use it, and if they don't SDI towards the stage, or if they don't tech, they can just bounce off the stage, like ceiling and die. Or the stage is like underneath the stage is ceiling and just die. Uh, PK Thunder is absurd. This is one of the best gimping tools in the game. It's one of the most annoying tools to get around when your opponent's trying to recover. Even though it's like minus 37 on the shield and it can't be used in neutral unless you're like wanting to snipe a landing, this move always sends in the tumble. It sends in the tumble for 10%. It sets up tech situations if you like angle it towards you during a character's landing and you scoop them with the tail and you revolve it around. It always sends the opponent in the direction PK Thunder is going. It's either left or right though, so it won't send them up if you're going up. This move has 20 frames of startup. It lingers for like 122 frames, which is like 2 seconds. And during that, it hits every 6 frames. And it's annoying. This move forces people to go low or go high. If they go low, you can angle it any way you want to deny ledge snap and force stage tech situations that you can control. It's transcendent like PK free, so they can't just hit it to get rid of it. They either have to reflect it or become intangible or invincible. And this move is really annoying when Lucas is recovering because you have to guess the shaping he's going to do. He can do squares, ovals, circles, S's, and you have to guess. You have to guess. Because if you go down there and try to hit him before it comes out, and like he hits himself and he gets his 1 to 9 frames of or intangibility, you just take a gazillion damage and might be forced to stage tech. So yeah, move's really good. Up aerial, one of his better moves, obviously, in my opinion. I'm only going to order these. I'm not going to order the rest of these, in my opinion, despite what I said in the last video. Without this move, his anti-air game would be worse. Notably worse. This move got an end lag buff, and it has a total frames of animation of 31. It comes out on frame 7. It's important as an anti-air option or like a jump call out option, because if you call someone's jump out at like 30 to 40, they take numerous up airs and take like 40%, because like up air are like forward aerial sweet spot, and they take like 40 from that. You can do like around 25 to 30. You can do like up aerial dare and like landing down tilt F tilt for like 50 or 40%, which is absurd. You can do like up aerial, short up fastball, up aerial, and then you can like footstool, air dodge down, jab, double jump cancels there, and like whatever you want, or just go for a tech read or whatever. You can go for up aerial, and it do a lot of damage, especially with platforms. You can go for like up aerial, back aerial. This move is really good. It's -3 on the shield too, so that's with perfect landing. But without it's like -5, -6 at best with human reaction or human error. So yeah, this move is good because it combos and it's safe on shield and anti-airs. And the end lag buff makes it to where like you can use it from a short hop, and then like you won't it'll do more of an auto cancel. You can like double jump and like go for magnet stuff or movement, or double jump cancels there from it. Nair is Nair is a frame 10 on a shield option, despite the fact that it's slow. Short hop buffered neutral aerial is really difficult to punish for most characters in the game. They have to guess and do the flow charts, and yeah, it's really good. Double jump cancels air is also a really good out of shield option despite it being slow, because it can just consume so much horizontal space. Also, forgot to mention that forward aerial is a frame 12 out of shield option that punishes a lot of grounded normals that are like that are safe primarily because of shield pushback and spacing, and forward aerial will just snipe them because Lucas's airspeed is just far too good, so you can just forward aerial them out of shield and just mess them up with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this list. You can let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comment section. I'll see you all later. Peace out.